begins with al-quwwa al-aqliya, number one. The power of intelligence, of reason. The human being's most important power that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given him is al-aql, is intellect, the power to reason. And with this power of the soul, al-quwwa al-aqliya, or the power of intelligence, the human being can successfully distinguish between right and wrong. How do I know what's morally right, what's morally wrong? Through my aql. It is through this ability. It is through this power of aql that I'm able to understand what is right, what is wrong. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions that in the Quran. He says, وَنَفْسٍ وَمَا سَوَّاهَا فَأَلْهَمَهَا فُجُورَهَا وَتَقْوَاهَا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala speaks about the nafs. وَنَفْسٍ وَمَا سَوَّاهَا. He swears in the nafs, and then he says, he vows in the nafs, and then he says, فَأَلْهَمَهَا فُجُورَهَا وَتَقْوَاهَا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he taught the nafs. He inspired the nafs to understand what is right and what is wrong. Fujuraha, the wrong. وَتَقْوَاهَا, what is right. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala naturally taught the nafs how to understand what's right and wrong. And this is an innate power and ability in the human being to tell between what's right and wrong. Now, generally speaking, not the details. Sometimes the details, they're difficult for the human being to understand, but the general notion of, kindness is good, generosity is good, helping other people is good, oppressing other people is bad, stealing is bad. These general ideas, every human being knows them. No one has to teach me that. I am born with this ability to understand what's right and wrong, even if nobody tells me. And in a beautiful hadith, one of the companions of Imam al-Sadiq asks him this question. He asks him, Mal aql? What is aql? What is intellect? Can you define what intellect is? And Imam al-Sadiq alayhi salam gives a beautiful explanation. The Imam says, Al-aqlu ma ubida bihi ar-Rahman wa iktusiba bihi al-jinan. What is aql, intellect? Two things. He says, number one, aql is the tool that you use in order to worship Allah. So he doesn't really directly define what aql is. He defines it through its purpose, what it's supposed to lead you to, the result. The first result of al-aql, if you know you're using the aql, number one, it should lead you to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you're worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then it is through your aql, because intellect is what tells you there is a God, I had a creator, where did I come from? Okay, if I had a creator, did he request anything from me? He gave me all these na'am, all these benefactions. Shouldn't I worship him? Shouldn't I try to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? All of this, my aql, my intellect tells me, not the Quran, not the hadith. Even if there's no Quran, no hadith, no communication with God through divine inspiration and through wahi, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us the aql. Through our aql, we can tell that we have a creator and we have to worship him. So he said, number one, al-aqlu ma ubida bihi rahman. Number two, waqtusiba bihi al-jinan. Aql is the tool that leads you and takes you to paradise, meaning you will succeed through the aql. Aql tells you, worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and you will stay away from the haram, do what you're supposed to, as asked by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and it will lead you to the paradise. So if any person wants to know if he's using his aql, if his aql is successful, if his intellect is leading him and is powerful, then this is the scale. No, if it's leading you to God and paradise, then your aql is working fine. If not, then it's malfunctioning. Something else is controlling you, not your aql, not your intellect. So then the narrator, he asked Imam al-Sadiq, قُلْتُ فَالَّذِي كَانَ فِي مُعَاوِيَةٍ. What about Muawiyah? Muawiyah was such a shrewd, cunning man, very clever in times of war, how to govern Sham, how to basically bring people close to him, how to defeat his enemies, very shrewd and cunning. So he said, wait a minute. Basically, he was thinking Muawiyah was a very smart man, intelligent man, because he knew how to accomplish his tasks. So even though Muawiyah had intellect, but it didn't lead him to God. It didn't lead him to Jannah. It led him to the fires of hell, because Muawiyah was a wicked man. So if you, Al-Imam al-Sadiq, if you're defining the aql as the tool that leads you to Allah, then what about Muawiyah? We can tell Muawiyah had aql because he was very smart and intelligent, but yet his aql led him to the fires of hell. So what do you say about that? This is the question, the objection that the narrator raises towards the Imam al-Sadiq. The Imam said, فَقَالْ تِلْكَ النَّكْرَاء. No, that which Muawiyah had was not aql, it was nakra', meaning it was something evil. تِلْكَ الشَّيْطَنَ. That was shaytana, from the shaitan, from the devil. It was something evil. And then the Imam said, وَهِيَ شَبِيهَ بِالْعَقْلِ وَلَيْسَتْ بِالْعَقْلِ. This quality or this power, it's like the aql. It's similar to the aql, but it's not the aql. Aql is what leads you to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If it doesn't lead you to Allah, then it's not aql. It's something similar to the aql that the Imam called it al-nakra' wa shaytan, something evil, something satanic. It's a satanic power that he had. And I'll get to this, I'll speak more about this when we get to the fourth power, the power of imagination. So this is the first power of the soul, the power of